Today we're talking about NexTorch finally brings out a add-on multi-tool we've been waiting on a very long time. Leatherman opens the vault and a brand new sort of multi-tool comes out this week from Leatherman. Also 7-Eleven makes a fantastic accessory to add to your multi-tool, and it's really good. Let's get started. Now the NexTorch Pioneer, from what I understand, is made by NexTool for NexTorch, and this is a really nice tool. It has these pliers with replaceable cutters that slide out like so. Then it has these emergency shears. When we close this tool up on the outside, there's a saw right here, knife right here, and then when you unlock this, there's a like zip tie handcuff cutter. So on the end of this tool, on to the opposite side from the knife, there is a rope cutter. And then on the outside of that tool, there is this screwdriver right here. Now, what happens is when you bring this out like 90 degrees, you can bring this up all the way and take this little screwdriver out. Now, for a long time, NexTorch has teased that they would add some extra modular tools, and now they actually have come out with this handcuff key that you can add and make this part of your tool. Now, a lot of people have said, well, where is it? Where is it? How do you find it? And NexTorch doesn't make it easy. I'll show on the screen, but you actually have to go to their website, and it looks like you're buying a whole NexTorch. You're clicking on a version of the Pioneer, and it's actually this handcuff key. So again, I'll show you on the screen exactly how you do that, but you're able to bring this down to that like 90-degree angle, bring that all the way up. Then you can put your screwdriver back in place right there. There we go. And then, yeah, it's very easy to take in and out. Now, I really do like the idea of the modular system right here, even if it's only a little bit. I do wish perhaps this had been something like a ferrule rod or a pen or a Phillips screwdriver. A handcuff key goes along with the first responder, sort of a EMT tool, police tool. I guess it makes sense. But for, you know, normal life, hopefully not too many of us need this right here, but that's what we have. And I am glad to see at least something that seems like a step in the right direction, but I would like something more for the civilian market coming up, and perhaps we will get one. This is a pretty neat tool, but I feel like it does need some more like screwdriver capability, like a bit driver. That would be pretty cool, something like that. Now, it has been a long time since Leatherman had the crunch. At least it seems like. It's probably only been a year or two, but it seems like forever. And in the meantime, I have actually been buying up these. This is Sheffield's copy of, actually not the Crunch, but the Kershaw A100, I believe it was. This is the Sheffield Crocodile, and apparently they were sold, some of you have talked about it, sold in auto parts stores. I did not realize that, but I never saw them sold there. I think that was before my time, but this right here is a pretty fantastic tool, and I actually use these for mods. It's the inside tools aren't great. They do feel like cheap Sheffield tools, a little bit better than a lot of the other Sheffield tools, but they're not extremely great. You get some files, a knife with a serrated blade, can opener or bottle opener with a screwdriver, this can opener right here, the file, the Phillips screwdriver. They're okay. So what I love about these is the vice grip action on the pliers. They're really neat, very useful, and pretty cool. This right here is your release button for the pliers, I believe. And then it sort of locks into place. These are very compact actually, and then fit into the sheath. And many times on eBay, I find these for $30, $40 or so dollars, not very much, a lot cheaper than the Crunch. The Crunch right now on eBay goes for around $250. I think it used to be $110 on Leatherman's website, and now it is very pricey. This is a mod someone came out with a hammer edition. The Crunch from Leatherman did have several of the Leatherman tools inside. Not a huge tool selection, but the main thing was these vice grip pliers. Now, just recently, I was looking at some of the Leatherman news, and I did not realize, but Leatherman had sent me an email and sent some of you an email a little while ago called the Leatherman Vault. The Leatherman Vault is coming out tomorrow. This video will be on Monday, and the 30th of March, and tomorrow, March 31st, going until April 2nd, I believe, the Leatherman will be allowing people to buy a discontinued item from their lineup. It's only one. It's not like a whole list. It's just one that they've picked, and you can buy it for a very limited time. And supposedly they'll be doing this once a year. So that's fascinating. They'll be bringing back an item that people have wanted once a year. Now, I think that's very smart. If there's enough items, that makes sense. If they have some in back stock or some saved up that you can buy, that makes sense. Now, if it's something like the Leatherman Charge that is still available on Amazon, that's not terribly exciting to me because I can already buy that. But if it's the Leatherman, Crunch at $100 and even $50, then yeah, I probably would buy another one just to have another Crunch on hand. I might. We'll have to see. But if it's one of the garage tools, that would be really cool. I can think of a whole host of options. It seems like the Leatherman Crunch is the most popular tool people want to come back, and then the Juice and the Squirt. Those seem to be the top three that I see people wanting to return. We'll have to see what it is from Leatherman. It could be really cool news. It could be sort of boring news, to be honest, but it could be really exciting. That is coming out tomorrow. It's just a little bit over a day, but keep your eyes peeled for that. In the meantime, one of the really cool tools that I've got from 7-Eleven now is their pen driver. And this is the more compact version right here. They have two versions. It has a magnetic end right here where you can attach this to like a keychain. And then on this end is this is a driver right here. So you can actually put, I guess you can, not really a driver, but a holder for your bets. But you can also hold your pen driver. So that's pretty neat. This unscrews right here, like so. I won't unscrew it all the way, but anyway, you can add that to a backpack or your belt loop or your keychain, whatever you so desire. It does add some more modularity. Now, what I love about this too is that it has a place for 4mm bits on this side. So here I have a 4mm bit. So I can use this for 4mm bits like so, take this out, and then on this side, I can use it for 1/4" bits. Now, it does accept double-sided bits right there. You can see that the ball detent does not go in all the way. Let's go ahead and use Leatherman bits. And yes, it will even use Leatherman bits as well, but I think it works a little bit better seating the 1/4" bits all the way in. So here's your standard 1/4" bit, and that seats pretty much all the way in right there. So it is very versatile in accepting a lot of different bit sizes. But it is really neat because you can carry this if you feel like your multi-tool can't get in some of those hard to reach areas. This is really nice for working on some of those spots that are really hard to get to. And especially you can use two different sizes. Pretty neat. If you want to use it like this, get more leverage, use it like that. It is really a fun, even fidget toy, to be honest. But yeah, it is a great little pen driver. So this does come in at $42, but to me, that was money well worth it. Now, eBay did sell for the Zippo lighter. I unfortunately got an off-brand lighter and I had to cut this up a little bit, but for the original lighter, there are inserts where you can put a bunch of your Leatherman bets in there. I think a long time ago I talked about it, but I did want to mention that again, that you can find these online. Yeah, pretty fantastic tools from 7-Eleven. So keep looking at their products. They're always coming out with some pretty new and exciting stuff.